You're listening to Entrepreneur's Enigma, a podcast about the ups and downs of the entrepreneurial journey. Every week, your host Seth Goldstein interviews entrepreneurs from all walks of life about their entrepreneurial journeys. From store owners to Fortune 500 CEOs, we all have stories to tell. So sit back and join us for the next 20 or so minutes while we explore the entrepreneurial world.
Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the Entrepreneur's Enigma podcast. I'm your host, as always, Seth, with Goldstein Media and Podcast Mastery. Today I have Maiko Sakai. Did I do it?
100% on point.
Nice.
Ding, ding.
She is the quiz master for businesses, essentially. She makes it so that businesses can get qualified leads that actually want to talk to them, meaning that they're going to come in, fill out the quiz, be qualified, they're going to want to talk to the person and go from there. It's really cool. It's really wild. I love it. Love it. So essentially she designs the front door of high ticket businesses. After years of management consulting, she knows the pattern. Founders invest heavily in traffic and content, but still rely on persuasion-heavy sales calls to close. So that's when the quizzes come into play.
That's right.
So now you work with consultants, coaches, service founders to build diagnostic entry systems, also known as quizzes,
AKA
quizzes that help buyers self-identify, which is a key, self-identify before booking a call. Instead of pushing traffic towards webinars or lead magnets, she designs structured decision experiences that surface tension and accelerate clarity. So she's also survived Cornell, an MBA from Cornell, which is wild because Cornell is one of those schools that's like, it's tough.
It's wild in many different ways, right? It's in the wild place.
It's gorgeous stuff. That was up there. It's in Ithaca, which there's
that's right.
That says Ithaca is gorgeous. Gorge.
Yeah, that's right.
They have gorgeous down there. Exactly. So, Maiko, how you doing? How's the weather up in New York today? Not probably the same thing as
Let me not talk about it. How about that?
I know we're all over the snow and all that craziness.
Yeah, exactly. It was cute in the beginning, like in December.
Oh, the first snow is always wonderful. It's like, oh, it's so pretty, and then we're like, more. We're done. We're done.
Yeah, totally.
But I'm doing how good. This all get started? Yeah, that's good. So how did this all get started? How did Maiko get into the quiz business?
I'm going to sprint through this because I know that you love talking to entrepreneurs about their journeys and stuff. And I got mine too. So I started out my career working for a bunch of record labels in the city, New York.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, the city.
City. Wow, I know.
Phillies didn't know. So I call Philly, we call it downtown. In the suburbs, we could say we're going downtown.
Right.
When you're going to the city, you're going to New York.
That's right.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah. So I started out doing that and totally enjoyed it. So I was doing music licensing, promotional marketing for sub-label under BMG, and other labels. But anyway, that industry went through a lot, as you know.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, so I had to...
Napster.
All of it. iPod, it's not iPad, it's iPod, all of those things. So I stuck out, as long as I could, but I had to pivot, right? So my first business came out of a necessity. I knew that, I could be laid off any day, like every day going to work and seeing empty cubicles after empty cubicles after empty cubicles. So I started my own business. Yeah, exactly. So I started my own business, but doing kind of something similar, like doing music licensing for indie labels. Those labels couldn't hire a full-time person to do that work, even though it could be lucrative for them. So I served that pocket, right? That was cool for a few years. But then,
for a few years.
Exactly. But then I had to do something else because that was also going away. gradually chipping away. No more compilation CDs, not to date myself, all those things. So
all the Columbia records, not the Columbia House, all
that's
that
right.
stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff, or like the Hit Dance Party 2007, like those things.
Those ones, yeah.
What made money?
Volume 2.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then they scroll up with all the, oh God, yeah, I'm dating myself too.
I did 2005, like that kind of stuff. Like that made money, but it was going away, right?
Oh God, yeah.
So I ended up sort of reinventing myself to become a business manager for high net worth entertainment clients. It sucked.
There's definitely a red thread through this whole thing, entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. But it sucked. Like I didn't like it.
Be honest, why don't you? Yeah.
No, I've got to. For your show, I have to be. I'm not.
You gotta be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what I didn't like about was the fact that I wasn't allowed to talk about anything outside of a scope, which was doing finance for them. For their personal finance and their business finance. Those things are great, important, but I wanted to talk about...
kind of boring.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to talk about other things. Like, why didn't you take that project? Like, for example, like what's coming up for you? It's natural, but I got punished for it. So anyway, long story short, got my MBA, and then I'm like, well, screw this. I'm just going to do my own consulting so that I get to talk about whatever I want. And I did that for quite some time, like nearly a decade or whatnot. And how and how this whole started, because I was able to get clients through, my network, right? So that the entertainment background, you deal with PR agencies, ad agencies, photographers, videographers, DJ school, that kind of stuff. So it was all cool. That's no problem.
Yeah.
But I started this iteration, so the third pivot, accidentally.
Third pivot, pivot, exactly. For my friends,
that's right.
Pivot, exactly.
So it happened accidentally because I created a quiz for my business to drive more traffic. And I made all the mistakes and all of those things. But then...
As you should.
Yeah, exactly. And the second one did really well. So people started to ask me all sorts of questions. Like, I love your quiz and I want something similar for my business. And I took that as, this is like the easiest validation ever. So
as they hand it to you, it's like, exactly.
Yeah, I stopped resisting those things and I just took it and run with it. So the end. That's the story.
Love it. So now you're making quizzes for all kinds of people to make sure that their customers come in wanting what they have to sell, which is kind of key.
Yeah. And also, it's flipping the script. Here's the thing. Like, a lot of people talk about know, like, and trust, right? That's great for building your warm audience. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, you still have to cater to your warm audience. But
absolutely.
The question is, like, what are you doing for your cold audience? The lurkers, for example, right? Or the people that you don't know that you're reaching. You're not monetizing them.
That's cool.
That's where it comes in. So you get to use that tool, right? Diagnostic or assessment style quiz as a tool to build a trust without you showing up. How magical is that?
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so these things you build onto people's websites, essentially, right? Like you build the platform.
We use the platform. Yeah, so like quiz dedicated platforms, there are plenty of out there that are good, right? But you want to embed that platform onto the website so that the traffic will still go to your website, obviously not to the platform. Yeah, those mechanical things do happen, but basically what a lot of times business owners overlook is the quality of their own quiz. Okay, a funnel is one thing. I'm not saying that's not important. Yeah, funnel has to work. You gotta build it with...
You gotta get into the quiz after all.
Right. Garbage in, garbage out. So you want to make sure that your quiz will blow their mind, like as if you're reading their mind. Then after they take the quiz, they go, they speak my language. No question asked.
I need to talk to them. Exactly. Yeah, I need to go talk to them. Let's talk. Exactly. That's awesome.
Yep.
So you've done a lot. I mean, all kinds of industries. I mean, there's definitely a red thread in the early days,
Yeah.
entertainment industry, kind of almost Carrie Bradshaw-esque kind of living the life in New
Not that
York.
glamorous. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any Jimmy Choo, but yeah.
No, but living in New York, music industry, it's either New York or LA.
Yeah.
Young, inspired, did it, lived it, burn out, tried something different, burn out from that, and then you found your calling,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would have stayed in the industry if the industry allowed us to do so, but the very limited people, stuck out and, went through all the thick and thins and whatever. To me, I
Oh,
felt
it's
like,
brutal.
yeah, I didn't want it to hang on to it, not knowing what's going to happen. Let me just
Yeah,
create my own sort of opportunities, right? So that's
I
what
love
I
it.
ended up happening because a lot of people, believe it or not, oh, you'll probably believe it, but a lot of people
Yeah,
who
believe it or not,
worked
yeah.
in like a promotion or marketing or A&R at record labels, they ended up becoming real estate agents.
It's so weird, but it's true.
But it's not, right? Because they're in people business. Like they don't mind talking to people. They're in the
Oh, they like to
promotion,
schmooze.
right? The radio
Yeah,
promotion or the whatever. It was a no-brainer for them, but I didn't
yeah.
want to do it. So like, what am I going to do?
We're going to take a quick break, hear from our sponsors, and get right back to the show. Yeah. So you're like, you don't want to do that. And so you try the finance stuff, and you're like, well, that's too rigid with compliance.
Yeah.
And compliance. For a good reason. It's there for a good reason, but not for your reason.
No, like that's
No, it
not where
wasn't
I
for
get
you. Yeah.
energy from. I still wanted to talk about,
Exactly.
so then, like, what else can you do with what you're offering? Like, a
Mhm.
strategic conversation, right? Even about
Absolutely.
money, I
Yeah.
wanted to talk about how you form your entities, whether or not you have
Yes.
another, the umbrella company above it so that you can separate the equipment rental side of things from your photography or what. Like, I love talking about strategies.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be just doing the numbers, so.
It's boring. Boring. You're much more right-brained. Right-brained with a little left brain for the strategy side of things. But that's very cool.
Yeah.
So in your mind, because you've done corporate, which that's pretty much as corporate as you can get as the music industry. You've done,
Well, I
and
mean,
then
you're
the
allowed to
finance
wear a pair of
industry.
jeans to go to work. Yeah, I mean, that was the only perk, But
It's the only perk is that you can wear jeans. And if you didn't wear jeans, they're like, well, you should be in banking. So then you went to that where you had to wear slacks to work.
yeah.
And now you can go work in your pajamas.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's
You
the
go roll out and get your pajamas.
evolution. That's the
The evolution from
evolution.
jeans to slacks to pajamas.
Pajama pants.
Love it. Pajama pants. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. But in your mind, what's the best thing about being an entrepreneur now? Like, other than controlling your own destiny. I mean, it's clearly one of it.
What I like about it is the game of understanding people. The people still love to buy.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, so a lot of, service providers or coaches or consultants, they kind of struggle to find out, but they're not buying from me.
Yeah, and why are they not buying from you? Exactly.
Right. And I love dissecting all of it, and I love experimenting all of that because they have expertise. Like those consultants that I encounter, they've done so much work, right? They have their own framework, they have their own methodology, whatever it is, whether they're a health coach or business consultant, they have their own flavor, but they're not really distilling that to be upfront. So that's also about the positioning, the messaging, and creating that single entry point for people to go to. Ding, 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 right there, right? And I always was fascinated.
And then you get filtered in the buckets, and get filtered in the right buckets. Like this guy kind of fits your, ICP. This person is like really your ICP. So call him first, then call him.
Oh, you tag them differently. Hot bees, hashtag hot bees or, warm bees or whatnot. And you get to sort of play with technology as well. So I like all those components. And I also was always fascinated by personality tests. I don't know about you, but
Ooh.
Myers-Briggs or like, like how to fascinate.
They take too long. I'm too ADHD. I get halfway through and I'm like, oh, I'm bored.
I
Moving on.
love you just said that because when I created my
They're so
own
long.
quiz,
Yeah.
my goal was to create something in the middle between BuzzFeed quiz
Ugh.
and the MBTI.
Oh God, yeah, that one's
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
exactly.
something in the middle.
Almost like Net Promoter Score, almost.
You
Net
get the
Promoter Score
answer
is like 3.
fast.
Is
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
fast. Well, I normally say
Yeah,
7
it's
to
a little
11
more than that.
questions, but under 5 minutes
Yeah.
still. And you get to do your
Yeah.
self-discovery. So when you're creating a quiz, right? Seth, you have a
Yeah.
quiz, for your customers. It's never about you. It's always about
No.
them to do their
Yeah.
self-discovery about marketing, right? Or marketing strategy or marketing
Yeah.
ecosystem. They never feel like they've been sold to. And they want to do that due
They
diligence
feel listened. They feel listened to.
privately. Yep.
That's awesome. Oh my God, that's so cool. So on the flip side of, having a blast being an entrepreneur, what keeps you up at night as an entrepreneur?
The next iteration.
Oh yeah, what's around the corner?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're definitely an entrepreneur. Always what's around the corner. Yeah.
Or, potential opportunities that I might be overlooking, because I'm just too busy trying to keep up with whatever that I see in front of me, right? But anything you do, it doesn't matter how unique your niche is, eventually what you offer will be commoditized. Let's just face it.
Always.
Yep.
Always. And AI is so I've taken these AI quizzes and they suck.
Oh, I know. So
They're awful.
I definitely got a few more years to go with that because they can't keep up with
they're
it.
not there yet.
No,
They're not there
they're
yet.
not. They're not. Unless
They're good.
you
Sometimes they're a good starting point. Like, hey, I want to create a quiz about this. Give me some ideas on where to go. Full stop. Then you go talk to Maiko about, all right, here's kind of where I want to go with things. Build something for me. You still need a human in the loop for a lot of AI.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's how most of my clients show up anyway. They tried it and they already knew that they don't like it, right? And they show up like, tell me what's wrong with this. I'm like, well, first of all, and it goes on and on and on. There's a long list of things.
It is kind of helpful when they come to you with something that they built. So you have you kind of have a framework of where instead of going at it blind.
Yeah.
Or do you like to go at it blind and start from scratch? Which way is better for you?
Which way is better for me? Honestly, both are fine. I can do it from scratch so long as they have their own IP, right? Like, for example, like the consultants may have this framework using acronym INSPIRE, like I'm just making it up, Let's just say that's legit. Then I can look into it, understand what it is all about. And I'm industry agnostic in the sense that, my background is general management anyway, so I don't care what business you're in, but I can tell you whether your framework sucks or not.
I love it. And also, I'm sure people come to you all the time saying, Maiko, have you ever worked with this type of client before? You're like, it doesn't freaking matter.
No, it doesn't.
Everyone asks me, like, have you done a website for this? I'm like, doesn't matter. It's a website. It's a website, and we work on the copy. That's where the uniqueness comes from.
That's
but it's
right.
like, oh my God.
It's the container doesn't change.
You're not a pretty little snowflake here. You're construction.
Yeah.
You're in accounting. Accounting is accounting is accounting is accounting. You may have a special sauce you put on top of it, but it's,
Well, it's the experience, right? That's what we're talking about. So what we do is often commoditized, but how we stand out is the experience, and you provide that for your customers, and I do the same. So, that's all there is to it. But sometimes they're too close to their problem, so they don't get to see it. That's where I come in and say, yeah, but you got something really good right there. And they're like, really? Like, yeah, like, are you kidding me? This is gold. And then we develop, the diagnostics from there.
I love it. I love it. So what is the most important thing to carry with you all the time?
Oh, the important thing that I carry with me?
Besides your phone, that's cheating.
Yeah. No, that's definitely cheating.
No, because everyone carries their phone with them,
Right. That doesn't count. I would say my contact lens case.
Ooh, that's a first.
Why? How can it be first? I mean, you don't know.
Because
Yeah.
Because in the Catskills, you get a lot of dust in your eyes.
Listen, that happens up here, and that happens in New York City.
Oh, New York, more the dust.
Right.
Oh, God.
What if I want to rinse it out or something? Like, I always need to have them just in case. So, yeah, there you go. That's an item.
Your contact. Wow.
I'm sure nobody said that.
No one said that before, but also keep your eyes peeled. Keep your vision clear.
Or
so you have vision on
clean
the future.
without dust. Yeah, absolutely.
It's key. Absolutely.
Mhm.
So where can people find you hanging out online? I think we bumped into each other through Orly.
Yeah.
But
Mutual, connection.
But I've seen you all over the place on LinkedIn. Is that your watering hole of choice?
So X used to be my jam.
It used to be your jam, yeah.
So
it used to be a lot of people's
moved.
jams. Now it's like
yeah. But the thing is, so I moved to LinkedIn, so I'm hanging out over there all the time. So find me over there, like ask me questions or poke me, whatever. But I'm finding Threads so fascinating. Seth, have you done it?
Wild.
Yeah, it's wild.
I'm everywhere.
Right,
you can always find
obviously.
me.
Right. But
I'm everywhere, but
I love Threads.
Threads is intriguing. I don't like that it's still owned by Facebook, but
that's the only thing. But I
downside. I wish it was like something unique and
standalone would have been great.
Yeah, but it's still pretty neat. The podcasting space on there is really powerful on there. I mean, I'm big on like Blue Sky and Mastodon. I go all into the
You do? Oh wow!
Oh, I'm very big. I'm on Mastodon constantly.
Oh no way!
I'm on the Fediverse constantly, but you have to. But the thing is, you have to curate your experience there. And people are like, I don't want to curate anything. I just want it to be there. Where Blue Sky's a little bit better that way because they can build algorithms on there.
Okay.
But with Threads, it's Facebook, so they've kind of built algorithms in there, and it's kind of like, all right, fine.
Right. Well, I need to venture into those two platforms because now, I'm kind of okay with Threads. I'm finding people there collaborating over there, whatnot. But then everybody started to talk about Substack, and I was trying to stay away from it. But everybody's talking about Substack, and I'm like, wait a second. Well, so I decided to co-write an article with a couple of people. So I'm just testing it that way without spending a lot of time.
Substack's intriguing. They have a Nazi problem, which bothers me.
Oh, God. All right. I had no idea.
No, they do. They have a far-right agitator problem on there that I just try and stay the heck away from.
Right. Oh, I had no idea.
My newsletter is on Ghost.
Yeah.
Beehive I like to use. Beehive's very Substacky. If that's unfortunately Substack's become a verb.
Yeah.
Or a noun, verb, whatever Google is. But yeah, it's
now.
Definitely. But people can find, to get back to the point here, people can find you over on LinkedIn. That's where you hang out a lot. And you can go to, now this is where it gets confusing because the way your name is spelled, it's Maiko, but it's not Maiko, it's Maiko.
It's kind of like a Mike. Yeah, Mike with last name starting with the letter O, so that Maiko for short, kind of. That's how you
exactly. But it's maikosakai.com. It's a very beautiful website, very well made.
Thank you.
Exactly. And where can people see one of your quizzes? Is that over at your other site?
It's on my site. You can take one of the two. I'm about to sunset them. Yeah, I'm about to sunset them, and I come up with a new one. That's where maybe I need your help.
You're getting itchy to revise them. I know that is. Yeah, I know that feeling. Getting itchy.
After a few years, they're gonna fatigue, right? And I'm also offering something different, so I have to walk the walk, and then I need to come up with a new one. So I'm working on it behind the scenes. Well, here's the thing. I don't want to go meta. I'm not talking about Facebook. I'm just saying that I don't want to go meta.
They kind of killed that.
About quiz. I don't want to do quiz about quiz. So I need to get a little bit more clever with this. I'm working on that right now.
I do a podcast on podcasting.
You do that. That's meta.
Podcast. That's very meta.
That's very meta.
Yeah, it only lasts around 4 minutes, but it's meta to say the least. But definitely.
Yeah.
So, Maiko, thank you so much for being on. This has been so much fun. I can't believe we're already at 24 minutes, and this just flew by.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was such a fun conversation.
Absolutely. Reach out to Maiko all over the place. She's fun, and she's a quiz master. Dum-da-da-dum. And we'll see everyone next week.
That was a great show. If you're enjoying Entrepreneur's Enigma, Please consider giving us a review in the podcast directory of your choice. Every review helps us reach new listeners. If you like Entrepreneurs Enigma, consider the other shows on the Marketing Podcast Network at marketingpodcast.net.